We're on?
We're on.
Oh, okay.
We haven't done this in a while, so we're not sure if we're on or not. Despite the shows being up every single week for the better part of the last 6 months, we haven't
filmed in 6 months.
We haven't filmed in 6 months, yeah. So we never know what's going to happen. But this is Dad's on Wrestling. He's supposed to start, but we didn't know we were on, so...
Yeah, so screw it. We'll just throw that off.
Let's get rid of the format,
I was going to do the grand spiel from the Haunted Mansion, but
Oh, well, go ahead, by all means.
No,
take 26.
It's too late.
Welcome,
too late.
foolish mortals, to the Halloween show of Dad's on Wrestling.
Yes, if you couldn't tell by our lame attempts at wardrobe,
Oh, I was at the Kids' Choice Awards. I just got slimed. That's what happened to me. I was at the Kids' Choice Awards, so I got slimed.
Did John Cena trick you into saying I don't know?
It's very true. Very true. John Cena tricks me into everything, including being a fan of his still.
That's right,
That's right, Oh, am I wrong? Am I wrong, Cripple? No. Okay, thank you. The Cripple's in the audience, so we're gonna talk to her off and on as we go along.
And when was the last time the Cripple was in the audience?
I can't...
Go ahead, we'll wait.
Yeah. Considering the last 6 months have been upstairs, and she don't venture upstairs no more.
Yeah, Oh no! Although she's off of her leash now, she might.
Cheers to that! Oh shit! Right on. Where's the Paps, man?
We are here tonight. We are here tonight. I know this is going to be up post Halloween, but we are here on Halloween evening as we film to discuss our Halloween traditions.
And to explain the costumes, for those of you that haven't figured it out, because his is pretty simple, because he's a jester.
Yeah,
And wearing purple, as only JJ can do.
That's right.
I went along with the family motif of the evening here at the Sussman /
Casa de Kosher.
Casa de Kosher. We went with the Frozen thing. Natalie was Elsa, and Dylan was Olaf. I am Grandpappy, the lead troll. And I have gray skin, and I have a green top on.
But wait, it didn't stop there. The crippled Jade was Anna in her adventure outfit.
Yes.
Teresa, Natalie's mom, was Anna in her coronation outfit. Stat Boy was the Duke of Weaseltown.
Weaseltown!
And then we also had Hans and Kristoff in the fold.
That's right.
I wasn't able to find white sweatpants. God freaking... don't know why anywhere to be Marshmallow.
But somehow Jade and Teresa found 2X women's sweats that you could have worn.
But I'm not a woman. Last I checked.
Well, no, but 2X is pretty universal, honestly.
So I went with the jester thing. My role in Frozen hadn't been written yet. I'll be in the sequel.
That's okay. I loved your throwback Thursday picture you put up, including the one with you and Carlin from last year, both doing the CM Punk thing. That was cool. We've learned in the last year that Carlin is a wrestling fan, so it's awesome to see her. And
yeah, you forgot about the Hurricane one.
The Hurricane
Chris
with Lita
as the
and Matt.
Hurricane, Matt Hardy
awesome.
And Lita.
That was awesome, sis. Yes.
So anyways, Halloween traditions.
Costumes, of course.
Despite our outfits, costumes are not a big tradition for me anymore.
No.
I stopped dressing up probably when I was 12.
Other than the one-off shoot, like when you're working Halloween, or
yeah,
the
if
whole
you're
Hurricane thing.
Yeah, if you're working a Halloween event, then obviously you're going to have to be dressed up. And when Raw was on Halloween evening out here at the old Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, I refuse to call it the Honda Center, we went dressed up for Halloween as wrestlers. Last year at Staples Center for the Kings game, they encouraged us to come dressed up, so I threw a CM Punk costume together.
Did I come last year?
No, you were lame. You wore a hockey jersey like you always do.
I don't think it was at the game, to be honest with you. I don't think I was. I missed this year, which really pissed me off.
Yeah, pissed me off too.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. So,
But costumes, if I'm not going anywhere, I'll still throw on my old-fashioned Ghostface costume from Scream and hide in the lawn and scare people as they walk up to the house.
When was the last time Ghostface was relevant?
When did Scream 4 come out?
When was the last time Ghostface was relevant?
When did Scream 3 come out?
When was the last time? I would say
1995.
Scream 2
Okay.
or Scary Movie. The first Scary Movie, because from 2 on, very iffy.
Very iffy. Okay. All right. Well, either that or I'll make sure I hide somewhere where Jade's going to be in, put on my Freddy Krueger mask and costume just to make sure we scare the crap out of her.
When the best part of Scream 3 is the Jay and Silent Bob cameo,
yes,
there's a problem.
Or the clown, yes. Yeah, make sure we get the clown for Jade, too. Yeah, make sure we get clowns at all times.
So, yeah, like I say, Costumes aren't really a tradition for me.
No.
Traditionally on Halloween, since my daughter came, you know, I've gone trick-or-treating with her. But prior to that, it was always stay at home, watch some scary movies, and pass out Halloween candy, which unfortunately no one ever comes around the apartment for Halloween.
I know. Well,
So it was always just a stay inside and watch horror movies. And it always ended up being the same rotation. You know, we'd throw in the three big Universal monsters. We'd always have Frankenstein, Dracula, and Wolfman. And then we'd kind of go from there to the first Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Child's Play.
Okay, well, it's been established through social media and through your talks on the various shows we've done over the years that your favorite horror movie is, or your favorite horror character is Chucky from Child's Play.
As far as like the big killers.
The big killer. Okay, well then, other than Chucky and the classic Universal, what's one you can't go a year without watching on Halloween that you have to watch?
Well, while Mikey is howling trying to say Wolfman, Jeff did just say classic Universal, so if he had been listening, he would have heard that.
Yeah, but
It would have to probably be Halloween.
yes, agreed.
You know,
Which sucks because you get to borrow the copies you wanted to from Sissy over there because you couldn't get together with her.
Well, no,
So-
I got together with her. Just you know, the one that used to hold the leash held the movies also. So,
He's Bogart in the movies too? Why are we not handling this?
you know, it is what it is. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yes.
A little bit
gotta
more family friendly.
Gotta watch that. I watched
That's-
that last night. Absolutely.
That is a must watch.
Yes.
You'll probably laugh at this, but I saw for the first time this year Hocus Pocus. I had never seen Hocus Pocus before in its entirety, and I watched it this year.
Oh, you know, I'm trying to put Jade on blast here. Have you seen Bernie's wife Lauren and her cosplay on Hocus Pocus? Her and her two friends on Facebook?
No, I don't care to.
Okay.
All right.
Just asking.
That made that short and sweet.
Moving right along. Thank you, Teresa.
I mean, truth be told, I saw a lot of movies this year that I'd never seen
Yeah.
on my road
this,
to Halloween.
This guy went on an odyssey of Halloween movie or horror movies that didn't quite make it to Halloween because he's not done. It's already almost November 1st now.
I made it through 54 out of 100, so I at least hit the halfway mark.
That's good. What's the one you regret most not seeing before the road was over? That you're probably going to go home and watch anyway just because you got to get it in.
You know, again, I might get laughed at about this. Leprechaun. It's another one I have never seen
those.
all the way
Never seen
through.
those.
And the first one has Jennifer Aniston.
Yes, it does. And her dad, I think.
So to see Wicket the Ewok as the killer
Yeah.
and Rachel from Friends,
Yeah, you know.
you know, just the pairing there.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you going to make sure and watch all of them and then go back and watch Origins with our good buddy Hornswoggle as well?
Who?
Dylan Postel?
You know, I didn't even go to see Muppets Most Wanted to see him.
Oh.
So, you know.
But you saw it anyway.
Yeah, I saw it.
After
the
the fact.
free AP screening at Disneyland,
That's right.
and took home a free copy of the DVD Blu-ray.
Which I watched later at his house for the first time.
You know, so
You know what? That I expected that to be so craptastic, but it wasn't that bad.
it was awesome.
It was.
Not as good as the
first new
reboot
one, yeah.
Muppets, which Jade despises because of Amy Adams, because she just won't get over it. But you know.
It's taken everybody in this house, and she still won't get over it. So whatever.
But yeah, that's the one I regret most not getting
Leprechaun,
to
yeah.
is Leprechaun.
Yeah.
The one I enjoyed most watching for the first time this year, because we had tried watching it at the Casa before and it skipped, was the original Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, the silent
The
picture.
Lon Chaney Sr.
Yeah.
silent Hunchback of Notre Dame.
So did you get a new copy of it? Or?
No. It just worked on the DVD player up there.
Oh, jeez. Well, to be fair, I gave you guys the DVD player when I moved in. It was old when I got there, so and the VCR part's already spazzing out.
But that is the one that I enjoyed the most, and that was very early on in my watching. I think it was like the second or third movie I did, because I watched Nosferatu.
which I watched with you the first time, like the first year we were there. That was, for as old and lame as this, that's a creepy shit movie.
It's because the actor looks creepy as hell.
Does. What's his name?
Max Schreck.
Max Schreck, that's right.
Which was the character name of Christopher Walken in Batman Returns.
Now, do you count Batman Returns in your scary movie countdown? Because that was pretty scary.
No, I don't.
Yes, it was. It was. It was the scariest of the Burton Schumacher ones.
You are a pussy then.
Whatever.
I wouldn't call it scary, but it was definitely creepy.
It's definitely the darkest of the four.
That I will give you.
It's the darkest of the four.
It's the darkest of the four.
But you're gonna look like no, it's not. I grant
but
that
the Dark Knight, just completely blows all of them away.
Okay, Jade, I'm not talking the entire Batman film saga. I'm talking Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. The Burton Schumacher movie series. Of those four movies, Batman Returns with Danny DeVito and his creepy ass penguin, and Max Schreck is the darkest of the four. No question about it.
Although it also gives my favorite line from any of the movies.
Which is?
Just the pussy I've been looking for.
That's right. And leave it to Danny DeVito, the pervert that he is. So,
yeah, All right, well, we're getting off topic here.
As usual.
We're talking about Batman movies, not horror movies.
Or Halloween stuff
or Halloween in general.
Halloween in general.
Granted, Tim Burton is like the master of the spooky or whatever, especially with the Danny Elfman score, but
that's right.
Hardly would call it Halloween. Unless we're talking Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, there was Corpse Bride, which was macabre themed, and
which was like the sequel to Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, it was not.
No, Corpse Bride sucked.
How can you insult my movie like that, JJ?
I can insult it a lot worse than that.
Yeah, he's grown to tolerate it since you and I moved down here. Let's give him some credit.
I have never, let me just state for the record, I have never despised Nightmare Before Christmas. That's Stat Boy over here who won't even give it the time of day to watch it all the way through again.
No, I actually have taken.
I said again. Again means more than once.
I actually have watched it.
Twice.
Once
before I was dating him, and next when I was dating him. For me.
This is our side. Wasn't our side. It's got butt fucking again. Here we go. All right, that's it.
But I don't obsess over it like so many do. And no, I'm not just singling out the cripple. There's a whole subculture of nightmare obsessed people. And I'm sorry, the movie is just not that good. Not to be obsessed over.
But is it worth, like I'm going to try to this year, going to see it at El Capitan in 4D?
No.
One time.
The way that I would go see it again, because I've done the El Cap experience.
You've done it, and was it worth it the one time you did go?
No.
Okay.
But I also didn't see it in 4D.
Oh.
It was regular, just two-dimension.
Two-dimension. Just flat screen.
And when the person that asked for the group to go bailed after the panel and didn't even stay for the movie itself, left me with the bad taste in my mouth.
What?
Don't believe me? Ask Teresa. Because it was when we first started dating.
Did I hear that story before?
Possibly. It was Godmommy Jen.
I have heard that story. Okay, yeah.
Asked for a group of us to go. Went. Her and her whole group left after the panel, which, granted, featured Ken, what's his name, the voice of Oogie Boogie on the panel, talking about it.
That's right, yeah.
So that was kind of cool hearing him talk. But once they bailed and me and T were stuck to watch the movie that we were only going with her to see in the first place,
right,
kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
For sure.
You know.
All right. Well, there's Nightmare, of course, that ties in Halloween, and the one that's coming up soon.
Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Please do put the penny in the old man's hat.
That's right.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, John Denver and the Muppets. Look it up.
Do your research, people.
Stat Boy approved.
Because John Denver and the Muppets is the business.
That's right.
And I'm not talking just Christmas. I'm just talking in general. They're both the business.
And John Denver's not even on the track. It's Miss Piggy, Scooter, Gonzo, and Robin.
But he is on the CD, the album.
Yeah.
Album.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the album.
Big old vinyl shit. You know, that, yeah, you know.
Vinyl before it became Meacham.
Oh. These are terrible.
Ba-dum.
That's right.
Yes, Jade. Really. Really.
Really? You know what we need when we do that from now on? We need stunt doubles on each side of us. We need our own Ms. Dows going really silently. We need like Mikey right here and somebody else for you. Really? Really? I just...
Damien Statdown in the house. You forgot he did that for Battleground.
I'll bring it back if I have to.
Oh my god.
Keep it down, we're being told once again.
Sorry about that.
The other thing when it comes to Halloween, aside from the trick-or-treating and the costumes and the movies, it's the music.
Yes.
Spooky songs that definitely help set the mood for any party or trick-or-treaters.
And of course, Mikey's doing Thriller behind us, which is the quintessential Halloween song, among others.
Yeah, a horrible version of the Thriller. He's doing it like Grandmaster Sexay style. Legit, you know. Aside from Thriller, of course, and now Jade's going to do it because she's done the freaking Michael Jackson dance game for 25 years.
That's right.
But
not the Jade dance.
Thriller,
Michael Jackson dance.
Carlton.
But aside from
dance.
Thriller, you've got DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince's Nightmare on My Street.
Yes. I will give Elfman and Company the credit for the Nightmare soundtrack, Nightmare Before Christmas. Especially This Is Halloween. Especially the Manson cover of This Is Halloween. That's on my phone. When Jade calls me, that's what plays. That's what she asked for.
Let's bring it down just a bit because we don't want them to come out and chew us out again.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, the Manson cover is awesome, as is the Korn cover of Kidnap the Santa Claus.
Yes, I remember that. It's on the new soundtrack that you have.
Let me see what else here. I was just listening to a bunch of stuff on my way down here today. Rockwell's Somebody's Watching Me.
Yes.
With Michael Jackson on the chorus.
Is that one that Pretty Peter Avalon used? Is that what you're talking about? Somebody's watching me. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He used like a dance techno remix of it, but that song, essentially.
And yes, Peter, I remember because of you. So, yeah.
Creedence Clearwater Revival, Bad Moon Rising.
Bad Moon Rising. You know what? That song is good any time of year.
It is.
But it's a great Halloween song, of course, because it talks about the moon, the bad moon rising.
How about the Monster Mash?
I was getting their Stat Boy.
Monster Mash in, man.
Stat Boy is freaking jumping the gun here.
Stat Boy's all pissing the Kool-Aid. I don't know what flavor it is over here, this guy.
Legit.
Seriously.
You know?
Do you want to the JJ phrase? Is the JJ phrase legit now?
Do you want to get over here and host the show, Stat Boy?
Nah, I'm retired.
Yeah, okay.
I'm tired.
I had to grab my phone to go through my playlist.
Except for hockey season when he comes on the Jeff Meacham show.
Yeah,
you know.
No,
to wish you the best of luck in the playoffs and then doesn't come back on to own up after they get owned.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I will sit here and give the Orange and Black, since we're talking about Halloween, the Orange and Black credit. They took us to 7.
That's true. AC/DC, Hell's Bells, and Highway to Hell.
Highway to Hell. Yeah, Highway to Hell's a wrestling tie-in, so we tie into wrestling. There you go.
Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare.
WCW's Hell's Bells, doesn't they?
Highway to Hell, Spike Dudley.
Well, I didn't Spike Highway to Hell, but I could have sworn somebody used Hell's Bells.
I don't remember them using Hell's Bells.
Okay.
Charlie Daniels Band, The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
That was on Dancing with the Stars recently. Somebody did a great dance to that. I forget who it was now.
And
actually, I take it back. It was Michael Waltrip and Emma, and they did a horrible dance to it. I take that back.
Johnny Cash with Ain't No Grave.
Another
and Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Yeah, wrestling tie-in with Ain't No Grave. Absolutely.
Love Potion number 9. Classic.
True.
Let me see here. I've got Metallica for Who the Bell Tolls.
For Whom the Bell Tolls. Another, again, your boys tie into wrestling right there. Whom the Bell Tolls.
Hunter.
Even though they only used it once because they freaking dubbed it on the DVD.
Another Michael Jackson one, Ghosts.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
Yep.
Double feature from Oingo Boingo, Dead Man's Party, and Weird Science.
Weird Science.
Of course, I had to mess with Natalie tonight trick-or-treating. She saw we had a fire pit that we approached, and there was like a big old party going on. She was like, "What's going on, Daddy?" I was like, looks like a dead man's party to me, maybe,
Nice.
considering what night it is. And then, of course, she had to go ask Mommy, what's a dead man's party?
What Teresa say? Was she confused too? Or
She looked at me and got me in trouble. But whatever.
Shit.
Ray Parker's Ghostbusters.
Yes, absolutely.
The Time Warp.
Oh,
We should turn the camera around and make Stat Boy do it.
we should make him do it. But we
I'm not
won't.
doing the time warp. No way.
Jake can kind of do it, you know.
Stevie Wonder, Superstition.
Yeah, what's funny about the time warp? Jade, I don't know if you know this, being here. Do you watch Enter the Stars here when you're here?
No.
Okay. They did two group dances on Monday's show. One of the group dances, the song was Time Warp.
Okay.
And part of the dance, they actually did part of the Time Warp dance. It was really cool. We were talking about the Rocky Horror.
It's just a joke to the left.
But what dance do you do to the
I
time
just
warp if
did
it's not
it.
the time warp?
They just did like a group choreography dance that, you know, they didn't do the whole Time Warp, which kind of upset me considering they did an iconic song. You gotta do the iconic dance with it, but again, I don't run ABC. You work for ABC, so you tell me.
So, and then the other one that I had on there is the Purple People Eater.
That's
Another
such a
classic
stupid
song.
It's funny right now.
Love that song.
It's great.
My
So there's
brother's on
that. I will touch on briefly since I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway because neither of us are prepared for this.
'Cause that's you.
But there is the October pay-per-view that WCW ran every year, Halloween Havoc. There's the October tradition now, Hell in a Cell, that's very dark and mysterious that they run every year in WWE.
But
That-
should they?
You know what? I will give the E credit for this year's Hell in a Cell matches. Orton Cena for the 968,000th time, twice in the cell now, was actually not that bad.
Was it worth $9.99?
It was for me. I didn't. It wasn't my 999. I was over at Riffs. So, and Ambrose Rollins was really good. The ending was hokey, but it works because it was spooky and mysterious. It was very Bray Wyatt. So, but the Hell in a Cell in October now is good. I liked certain aspects of Halloween Havoc when WCW ran it. There's the infamous Eddie Guerrero Rey Mysterio
Yes.
Cruiserweight title versus mask match. There's the infamous and god-awful spin the wheel make the deal Sting versus Jake the Snake Roberts. You know, there's the match that almost ended Mick Foley's career, Cactus Jack versus Vader from the rematch from when Foley had amnesia from '93 earlier in the year. Warrior Hogan.
And on the Warrior Hogan
we're
joke,
gonna end the Havoc
we're
talk.
getting the wrap-up signal by Stat Boy. I think he's just jealous that, his shows aren't this in demand.
That's right. Oh,
That's why he retired.
That's why he retired.
Like
That's good.
Timu Solani, a loser.
I'd like to state for the record that this may be my channel, but the views of JJ Williams and the views of Jeff Meacham, even though I don't like the Ducks myself, I do respect Timu Solani.
So do I, but he's still retired a loser.
That's right. By the Kings. Where's my Kings hat?
And on that note, I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams.
And I am Jeff Meacham, and we will see you all next week.